This is an extremely important message for you today. Do not ignore it. Something sacred shook the heavens in your favor, and the echo of this movement traveled through the realms searching for the one soul it was destined for. That soul is yours. Pay attention to this message. Archangel Michael says, I command you to open it right now. This is not a joke. A letter was written with your name on it. It was never delivered, but it was never forgotten in the divine archives. The message you are reading now is the restoration of that letter. It comes wrapped in fire, doesn't it? And a love that has been denied to you for so long, but you've always deserved. There is something tremendous inside you, isn't there? That gentle pull in your spirit that says, this is for me, this is about me. And you're right, you are not mistaken. This is neither random nor coincidence. This message has traveled to you through time, and now the moment has finally arrived. No more delays. What you are about to receive is something your soul cried for in silence behind closed doors and sleepless nights. It is here because you are ready. Not perfect, not even fully aware, but ready. Type 70,787 in the comments if you believe this message is for you. The angels are asking who is ready to receive this miracle. The letter you were never given contained a revelation that would have saved you from a certain pain. The name on that letter was yours, written in a language not of this world. A name not just made of sounds, but of purpose. You see, your name was not just given. It was assigned, sealed, and sung by beings of light who knew you even before your first cry. The ink in that letter was not ordinary. It was made from the tears of an angel who saw your suffering long before it unfolded. And this letter is weeping now, longing to reach your hands, your heart, your belief. But something happened. It was never given to you. And this delay caused a ripple, a disruption in your story. It was meant to reach you at the moment your soul broke under a heavy burden. It was meant to surround you in clarity when confusion became your daily bread. But the messenger never delivered it. Not because of you, not because you weren't worthy, never that. It was because there was resistance, forces that knew if you read what was written to you, you would rise, you would change, you would awaken. And now, that moment has arrived. Archangel Michael waited patiently, drenched in flames. He watched you go through things you were never meant to face. He saw how you trusted those who only pretended to see you. He knows how many times you knelt in rooms where no one else entered, praying words no one else could understand, waiting for signs that never arrived on time. But this sign, he is here now. And Michael says there are only 7 minutes left. He commands you to open this now. This is not a joke. You don't realize how close you are to your breakthrough. You are staring at a door that was carved long before your first breath, and all of heaven is holding its breath, waiting for you to rise. You need to know this. The letter was never lost. It was hidden. Type, I believe in the comments if you're ready to receive your divine blessing. Archangel Michael speaks to those with enough faith. It was protected by the very ones who knew you would only find it when your soul was desperate enough to see it. That moment is now. You are not here by mistake. Something is calling you from beneath the dust of delay, the grave of abandonment. They told you what you felt was too much. They said the pain in your heart was exaggerated, but they were wrong. The pain was a signal. The pain was the echo of this letter calling you from the unseen. There is something you've forgotten, and this message is here to help you remember. You forgot that you are chosen. You forgot that once you were sung by the stars. You forgot that before anyone hurt you, heaven held you. And the reason your path has seemed so unusual, so violently interrupted by senseless circumstances, is because something tried to erase the evidence of your calling, but it failed. Because here you are, reading this, And this message is not just words. It is the recovery of your story, the part they tried to hide from you. This is the moment when you must breathe differently. You must listen not just with your ears, but with the softest part of your being. Listen to the scar that never healed. Listen to the prayer that never received an answer. Listen with the pain in your chest that returns every time you pretend to be okay. This isn't just spiritual, it's personal. And yet it's more than personal, it's eternal. The letter spoke of your future. It said, "This soul will rise at a time when many fall. They will be misunderstood, cast aside, overlooked, betrayed, but never forgotten. They will carry light into places where darkness believes it has won. They will bring love into spaces where love has long escaped. They will not always feel ready. They will often feel alone, but they will never truly be abandoned." Type 111 in the comments if you feel you are being prepared for something greater. The angels will reveal themselves to those aligned with their divine purpose. And then it said that one day they will hear the voice of fire, a voice that calls from the throne room of destiny. And when they hear it, they should not delay, because there will be a narrow window, a 7-minute opening, a breath in time when heaven leans in and listens. And if they respond, everything will change. You are living within that window now. Time is not merely passing, it is weeping. It leans, it stretches, it pleads with you to see. This is your visitation moment. You asked for a sign, and this is the sign. You waited for a door to open, and this is the door. The letter is being delivered again, not by a messenger of this world, but by one who carries the flame of holy justice, Archangel Michael himself. And today, he is not whispering. He is commanding, "Open this now. This is not a joke." There was someone who tried to silence your truth. They knew your voice would shatter illusions. They knew your presence would disrupt lies. So they created distractions, delays, detours. They tried to make you think you were the problem, but the truth is, you were the answer. You have always been the answer. You are not late. You are not too late. You are not forgotten. You are not broken beyond repair. Now there is a sound in the spirit, a great unlocking. You can feel that strange warmth on your skin, that unexplainable pull in your soul, that sudden wave of emotion you can't identify. And that is the power of the letter being delivered now. The one that says, "You have always been destined to win." You must forgive yourself for not knowing sooner. You must release the shame that clung to you like a shadow. That shame was never yours. It was inherited, passed down, imposed. It never belonged to you. What belongs to you is restoration. What belongs to you is clarity. What belongs to you is divine timing. And now, you are at the center. You are being called by your divine name, not the name others gave you, not the nickname of your pain, not the label of your mistakes. This is the name carved in light, a name only the heavens fully understand. But each time you truly walk forward, you speak it. Each time you choose love over betrayal, you declare it. Type restoration in the comments to activate your personal miracle. Archangel Michael is watching to see who is ready to receive the full blessing. Every time you rise when you want to fall, heaven echoes it back. The letter had a final seal, a final line meant only for you. You will pass through fire, but you will not be burned. You will carry a story others tried to bury, but the light in your bones will not be silenced. You will awaken while others sleep and know by this sign that you are never forgotten. A message will reach you, marked with a time limit. A voice of fire will call to you, and when you respond, heaven will move. This is that moment, that message, that fire, and you are not alone. This is the moment your soul has been waiting for. The breath between silence and miracle. The shift in time where the invisible becomes visible. and the unheard becomes a voice that echoes across dimensions. The wind is changing, and even the angels have begun to stir. Something divine has been stirred in the heavens. Something sacred was touched by the sound of your name. They whispered your name in the throne room of eternity, and the stars themselves trembled under the weight of what is about to be revealed. And now, there are only 7 minutes left. A message has arrived for you. Archangel Michael says, "I command you to open this right now." This is not a joke. A letter was written with your name on it. It was never delivered, but that silence is about to break, and the pages are still wet with the tears of hearts that never stopped believing in you. It is not too late. In fact, you are exactly on time. You see, there was a moment in your life when the path could have shifted. A choice was made, maybe not even by you, but by those around you who did not understand the magnitude of your destiny. You were seen as ordinary when you were marked with extraordinary light. They spoke of you as forgettable, while the heavens composed symphonies to the rhythm of your spirit. And now, this truth can no longer be hidden. They tried to bury the evidence, burned the words, sealed the letter. Yes, the one with your name, delicate and written in golden ink. But something strange happened. The angels remembered, and the ink did not fade. The blessing tied to this message was kept safe in the vault of divine timing, and the seal has now been broken. Listen to the silence for a moment, the kind of silence that feels loud in your bones. This is not emptiness, it is the nearness of eternity. Something is unraveling, something hidden is being uncovered, something forgotten is being restored, and your name is written in the fire that cannot be extinguished. God says, a breakthrough is coming, one that was delayed but never denied. There is a blessing with your fingerprints all over it. Every second you were confused or heartbroken has been counted like pearls in a jar. Your tears did not go unnoticed. Your lonely nights echoed in places you didn't even know existed. Type "miracle" in the comments to seal this prophecy in your life. Archangel Michael says this blessing is being activated for those who are ready. Do not let this moment pass. This message is for you. A shift is happening. And even if the world looks the same, nothing is the same. The air feels different because the prayers you thought were ignored have already been answered. They are arriving now in a different package. It might not come through the door you expected, but it will come through the window you forgot was open. Someone believed you wouldn't survive. Someone bet on your silence. Someone watched your pain in disbelief that you could endure so much. But your spirit, yes, your relentless, sacred, unqualified spirit, kept rising. Even when your voice broke in the middle of the night, even when you doubted you would ever see the light again, something inside you whispered, "Keep going." And that whisper was not from this earth. A celebration is about to begin in the invisible realm, the kind of celebration that erupts when a soul fulfills what it came here to do. But there is something you must do now. You must be ready to open it. Do not hesitate. Do not stop for another opinion. Do not take too long. Time is running out. 7 minutes may feel long, but in the realm of spirit, it is the blink of an eye, and the trumpet is about to sound. Archangel Michael says, open this with your heart wide open. The light it pours out will not blind you. It will awaken you. You will remember who you were before fear entered, before the words of others created shadows in your mind, before the pressure made you believe you were unworthy of the promise. Let it be known now, you are not forgotten, you are not late, you are not cursed, and you are not abandoned. You are chosen. Chosen in a way that cannot be explained with earthly language. Chosen in a way that defies the logic of those who think in lines and limits. You were never meant to fit their mold, never meant to walk the path they prescribed. What calls you now is bigger, deeper, and older than anything they can define. You are not here by accident. Every delay, every detour was preparing you for this revelation. And now all of heaven is watching to see how you respond to the call written in fire, echoing with a love too fierce to fail. Your name was called by the light, and that light is about to meet you face to face. A divine scroll is being opened, one that has been hidden until this very moment. A map, a path, a key, a door, all waiting for you. And yet only 7 minutes remain, because this message, this moment, this revelation was meant for this exact point in time. You were always meant to be here reading these very words. It was written. There is a whisper in the wind. They tried to silence the truth, but truth found its voice through you. The letter was never meant to stay hidden. It was meant to arrive when your heart was soft enough to receive, yet strong enough to act. That moment has arrived. A name is written inside the letter. And it's not just yours. It's the name of the one who still believes in you, even when you stopped believing in yourself. Someone who cried for you in the darkness. Someone who remembered you when the world forgot. And that person sent their words into the heart of eternity, praying this letter would finally find its way back. And now, it has. You're not reading this by chance. You're reading it because your spirit cried out louder than your mind could understand. You're reading it because you stood at the edge of your own tears and still dared to dream. And for that courage, for that fragile, uncertain, yet unbreakable courage, you are now being honored. The truth is, you are the miracle, not just someone waiting for one. You carry the vibration of redemption in your soul. You hold the frequency of restoration in your very DNA. You were never meant to remain broken. You are destined to prove healing is real. Don't take too long. Don't move on to something else. Don't close this door just because the world trained you not to expect the divine. This is the letter. This is the message. This is the moment that was always going to reach you. An inheritance is being released, not just physical, not just financial, but spiritual. An inheritance of strength, of vision, of anointing. One that others tried to bury but could never touch what God has sealed. It was protected, and now it is yours. There is a line between before and after, and you are standing on it. You are about to cross it. The questions you cried into pillows, the silent pain you never spoke aloud, the moments you believed no one could understand. Every one of them was seen. All of them. The angels became witnesses, watching in reverence, because even heaven was moved by your endurance. This message was sent to you as a final confirmation. Nothing was in vain. The hands that once reached in emptiness will receive. The eyes that once searched in confusion are about to see clearly. The back that once carried shame is about to dance with purpose. The soul that once asked, "Why?" will soon whisper, "Thank you." Archangel Michael says this is not a warning. This is a divine invitation, one written in light, echoing through eternity, carrying a love that never stopped believing in you. Do not let it pass. Open it fully. Step into what has always been yours. The heavens have waited for this moment. And now, so have you. The letter is not about what was done to you. It is about what is about to be restored through you. Something is coming that will feel like rain on dry ground. It will arrive silently, but it will change everything. And when it does, it will feel as if every moment of your suffering suddenly made sense. The time is near. Heaven is watching. The scroll is open. Your name shines. The promise is waiting. All you need to do is believe enough to receive it. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not cursed. You are chosen. This message is for you. Only 7 minutes remain. Open it now. Open it with your whole heart. Let the truth in. Let the blessing pour out. You are safe, you are covered, You are loved, and you are ready. God says there comes a moment in every life when everything is suspended on a thread of time. And now, this is your moment. A divine letter was written with your name, sealed in heaven, meant to be placed in your hands. But something happened. It was intercepted, hidden from your eyes, kept from your path. Yet even though it was never delivered, I speak now because time is running out. There are 7 minutes left on this spiritual clock, and Archangel Michael stands beside you saying, I command you to open it now. This is not a joke. This is sacred. This is divine. This is your moment to choose the truth that was once withheld from you. You must open this immediately. This message is for you. Heaven watched as you waited, wept, questioned, and doubted. You asked where God was, and He never left. You asked when things would change, and He waited until your heart was ready to hear what needed to be revealed. That moment is now. You are not late. You are exactly on time. But you must not hesitate again. There is a divine urgency in the spiritual realm, and your name is being spoken in sacred places. A conversation about you took place in heaven, your life, your pain, your breakthrough. Your unanswered questions were not forgotten. A door is about to open, but only if you respond now. Archangel Michael says again, with the authority given from above, open it now. This is not a metaphor. This is not a dream. Something has been sent to you, and even if it has not yet touched your hands, it still bears your name. This letter is celestial. Spiritual instructions, sacred revelations, hidden answers, divine compensation, overdue closure, and breakthrough power. And the time to claim it is fading with every breath. The enemy tried to prevent it from reaching you. Distractions, delays, confusion, all orchestrated to blind your eyes to what was meant for you. But heaven overruled. The message is being spoken again, this time directly to your spirit. Open it immediately. God will be with you. Be assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. All you need to do is trust God and pray, because although it was delayed, it was never destroyed. What was hidden is being uncovered. The letter written with your name carries divine truth. Someone prayed for you long ago, and that prayer was placed within it. A prophecy, a promise, a purpose, all bound together and sent to you. You have never been forgotten. You have never been invisible to heaven. Even the tears you shed in secret were seen, collected, and remembered. God says you no longer need to pretend you're okay. He sees the weariness in your eyes, the pressure on your chest, the silence of your prayers that sound like screams. But listen closely now, because the next few minutes carry eternal weight. The divine clock is ticking, and there are 7 minutes left to step into what has always been destined for you. You must not sleep through this. You must not wait for another sign. This is the sign. This message is the letter. These words are your confirmation. There are gifts waiting for you. Gifts of restoration, financial release, healing in relationships, and clarity in confusion. Names are being mentioned now. People you thought had forgotten, you are beginning to remember. The opportunities you thought were lost and the situations you believed were slipping away are being redeemed. Heaven is not silent. The angels are not idle. A divine meeting was held, and Archangel Michael himself was instructed to bring you this message. He says, "This is not a joke. Open it." The delay was part of the plan to teach you faith, but now the reward is ready. If you move, if you listen, if you believe, everything will begin to shift. This is not a moment for hesitation. This is not a time to overthink. God says, "I waited until you were ready, and you are. I protected you through your doubt. I held your hand even when you let go of mine. I surrounded you even when you walked into the shadows, and I kept your promise safe when you thought it was over. But now, open it. Receive the word. Step into this moment. Time is sacred. 7 minutes remain, and I will not allow your inheritance to be erased. Even now, something is stirring in the spirit. A heart is beginning to remember what was forgotten. A mind is awakening to truth. A soul recognizes this message is not random. It is personal. It is ordered. It is yours. There are people you are meant to meet, doors you are meant to walk through. They belong to your name. And the delays you faced were not rejections. They were divine redirections. You were positioned, trained, refined, so that when this moment came, you wouldn't miss it. And now the letter is opened through this very message. The seal is broken, and your spirit is reading what your eyes couldn't see before. God says, I am lifting the fog from your vision. I'm silencing the noise around you. I'm strengthening your soul to boldly walk in truth. No more waiting, no more doubt, no more worry. It is here and now, and you are the one I am speaking to. Someone in your life was hiding something important, not out of hatred, but fear. Someone should have told you something but remained silent. That silence brought confusion, but I am bringing clarity now. The truth isn't always easy, but it is always freeing, and I will walk with you every step as you enter it. You are safe. You are loved. You are chosen. You are appointed. You are not alone. Even when it felt like you were walking through fire, I was the one shielding you from the flames. When you stood on the edge of a decision and cried out for direction, I was already moving hearts and circumstances in your favor. And though it seemed like nothing was changing, everything was turning beneath the surface. I was never silent. I was working. Archangel Michael repeats, "This is not a joke. A letter was written with your name. It was never delivered, but now it must be opened immediately." And in the spirit realm, that is exactly what you are doing. Heaven rejoices now that you are finally ready. The weight you've carried will begin to lift. The answers you've begged for will start to flow. The confirmation you've longed for will become clear. Something heavenly is happening in this moment. The portals of heaven are opening, and what has been withheld for years is being released now. You cried in secret, begging for change, pleading for a miracle that never seemed to come. That sign you've been searching for. It's here. This message is the sign. You may not fully grasp what's unfolding in the spiritual realm, but a movement is happening right now. There is an army of angels being placed around you. This is not imagination. This is not illusion. This is real in the realm of spirit. Type army in the comments if you accept the protection of the warriors. Archangel Michael is appointing to your life in this moment. Archangel Michael bears the sword, not just to speak, but to act. He is cutting cords that have held you bound for far too long. Chains of rejection, cords of lack, ropes of sickness. Each one is being severed right now. You may not see it with physical eyes, but your spirit knows it. There is a lightness rising within you, a freedom that cannot be explained, a release that cannot be denied. And this moment, this shift, is yours. A hopeful hope is awakening again. It's no coincidence that you are hearing this message right now. This moment was calculated, it was designated. It was prophesied that on this day, at this exact time, you would be here to receive what has been stored for you. Archangel Michael says, "I have waited long enough. The order has been given. The release has begun. I will no longer allow delays. There are people who laughed at your calling, who mocked your dreams, who said you'd never make it. They're about to witness the power of God in your life. They will see that you weren't crazy. You weren't imagining things. You were hearing heaven. You were connected to a realm they couldn't see or understand. And now the manifestation is near. You no longer have to explain. You no longer have to defend yourself. You will simply receive, and they will stand in awe. There was a moment when you nearly gave up, when you almost believed the lies, when you nearly accepted that maybe there was nothing special about you. Maybe you were just ordinary. Maybe you had made it all up in your mind. But even in that dark moment, something inside wouldn't let you give up hope completely. That tiny flame, that resilient spark, was heaven's seal on your life. It was the mark that could never be erased. Type fire in the comments if you feel the calling reigniting inside you right now. Archangel Michael says, "Who feels the divine fire?" He says, "Look around at what is happening. Those closed doors. This isn't just a word of encouragement. This is not just a beautiful message. This is a proclamation from heaven over your life. It's a divine decree that cannot be revoked. It's a heavenly order already in motion. You are standing in the middle of your own Red Sea. The waters are beginning to part. The path is opening right in front of you. All you need to do is take the first step." Archangel Michael says, "Don't look back. Don't listen to the voices trying to pull you back to Egypt. Don't let fear paralyze you on the shore. It's time to move forward. The first steps are always the hardest. You won't see the whole way ahead, just enough for the next step. But that's all you need. One step at a time, one day at a time, one victory at a time. And before you know it, you'll be on the other side, looking back in awe at what God has done. You'll say, 'How did I get here? How did I overcome all of this? How did I survive the impossible?' And heaven will answer, 'Because you never walked alone. Every step you took, I gave you. Every tear you cried, I collected. Every prayer you whispered, I heard.' There's a place inside you that knows this message is true, a place that resonates with these words, a place that says, 'Yes, this is how I feel. Yes, this is what I've lived. Yes, this is what I've been hoping for.' Type promise in the comments if you're ready to claim the divine promise written over your life. Archangel Michael is watching to see who is accepting their inheritance. Do you now understand why the enemy fought so hard to keep this message from you? Why there have been so many obstacles, so many distractions, so many voices trying to silence the truth? Because this is the letter that changes everything. This is the revelation that activates your destiny. This is the key that opens the door that's been closed for far too long. Archangel Michael is standing guard. He will allow no more interference, no more delay, no more denial. You are being restored to your original position, not the one the world gave you, not the one others decided you should occupy, but the one determined before the foundation of the world. Your life is not an accident. It is part of a greater plan, unfolding in divine timing. What was hidden is being revealed. What was delayed is being delivered. What was broken is being restored. The heavens have moved for you, and the fire within you is not just emotion, it's confirmation. You are chosen, you are remembered, you are ready. Walk boldly into what has always been yours. The time is now. The door is open. Heaven is watching. And this is your moment. Your journey is not random, and your struggles are not without purpose. Everything has been part of a greater plan, a divine design that is now being revealed. That pain you carried for so long was part of the process. That desert that seemed endless was a place of preparation. That waiting that felt cruel was a season of refinement. And now, you are ready. Not because you are perfect, not because you have all the answers, but because you endured. You didn't give up, even when you had every reason to. Archangel Michael says, "I see the resilience in your spirit. I see the strength you didn't know you had. I see the beauty that rose from the ashes. And that is why this letter is being delivered now." Type gratitude in the comments if you are truly thankful for this divine revelation. Archangel Michael asks, who has a grateful heart and is ready to receive? This is not just about external change. It's not only about improved circumstances or solved problems. It's about internal transformation, a fundamental shift in how you see yourself and the world around you. You will no longer live in the shadow of who you thought you were supposed to be. You will no longer compare yourself to others. You will no longer judge yourself for what you couldn't do. Instead, you will begin to see yourself as heaven sees you, as someone chosen, as someone loved, as someone with a purpose that transcends the limitations of this world. And when you begin to see yourself this way, everything changes. The same circumstances that once defeated you will now become platforms for miracles. The same challenges that once intimidated you will now become opportunities for growth. The same people who once rejected you will now marvel at who you've become. Not because you're trying to impress them, not because you're seeking their approval, but because you are finally living in the truth of what you were always destined to do. Archangel Michael is not just delivering a message. He is activating a calling, awakening a purpose, igniting a passion that has been dormant for too long. There are people waiting for you, people who need what only you can offer, people who will be moved by your testimony, healed by your example, inspired by your courage. They don't know your name yet, they haven't seen your face, but there is a divine connection linking them to you, and that link is about to be activated. When you accept this letter, when you receive this message, when you embrace this truth, you are not just changing your own life. You are creating ripples that will reach places you can't even imagine. Archangel Michael says, do not underestimate the power of this revelation. Do not minimize the impact of this truth. This is not just for you. It is for everyone who will be touched through you. Type I accept in the comments if you are ready to receive not just the blessing, but also the responsibility that comes with it. Archangel Michael sees who is truly ready for the full calling. The coming days will be crucial. There will be attempts to make you doubt again, but now you know the truth, and the truth is calling you forward. There will be voices trying to convince you that nothing has changed. There will be circumstances that challenge your new perspective. But you will not be alone in this battle. The same archangel who delivered this message will remain by your side. The same light that illuminated your path will continue to shine. The same God who orchestrated this moment will keep guiding you. Keep this letter close to your heart. Return to it when doubt arises. Remember these words when the road feels difficult. Hold on to this truth when the world tries to pull you back into the ordinary. Because you are not ordinary. You never were. And now, finally, you will begin to live the extraordinary life that was written for you before time began. Archangel Michael is sealing this message with fire. A fire that cannot be extinguished. A fire that cannot be denied. A fire that will continue to burn within you, guiding you, strengthening you, transforming you. This is not the end. It is just the beginning. The beginning of a new chapter, a new era, a new you. The letter has been delivered, the message received, the truth revealed. Now is the time to live as the chosen one, the one who was remembered, the one who has been restored. You are the one this message was sent to, and your response in this moment will determine what comes next. The angels are watching, heaven is waiting. Archangel Michael is by your side, and he says one last time, this is not a joke. This is your moment. This is your truth. This is your life. Embrace it, declare it, live it. The 7 minutes are coming to an end, but eternity is only just beginning. You may not see it yet, but a shift has begun. The gears of heaven are turning, divine decrees are being released, and ancient promises are being renewed. All because you paused, because you listened, because you believed. Type new beginning in the comments if you are committed to this new journey that Archangel Michael is initiating in your life, your testimony will inspire others who are still waiting for their miracle. This is not just a message you heard. It is a covenant you've made, a covenant with heaven itself, a covenant that will be honored, a covenant that will be fulfilled. In the coming days, you will feel a peace you can't explain, a clarity that seems to come from nowhere, a strength that wasn't there before. These are the first signs, the first evidence, the first fruits of the revelation that was planted in your spirit today. Don't doubt them. Don't dismiss them. Don't ignore them. They are divine gifts, heavenly confirmations that you heard correctly, that you responded faithfully, and that you are on the right path. Archangel Michael is now completing his mission. The letter has been delivered, the message has been spoken, the revelation has been released. What comes next is up to you. How will you hold this truth? How will you live this reality? How will you share this testimony? But know this, you are no longer alone on this journey. You have allies in the heavenly realm, defenders at the divine throne, friends in high places, and they are all cheering for you. They believe in you. They are invested in you because they see not only who you are now, but who you are becoming. Not only what you've done, but what you will do. Not just where you've been, but where you're going. And this vision, this expectation, this hope, is what keeps them at your side, applauding every step, celebrating every victory, and comforting every fall. Archangel Michael makes one final promise. I am not just delivering this message and leaving. I am committed to your journey. I am dedicated to your victory. I am bound to your destiny. In moments when you feel weak, he lends you strength. In moments of confusion, he offers clarity. In moments when you feel alone, he reminds you that you never truly are. This is the assurance that comes with this letter. This is the guarantee that follows this message. This is the promise that seals this revelation. You are chosen. You are loved. You are destined for greatness. And now that you know, now that you see, now that you believe, nothing can stop you from becoming all that you were created to be. The 7 minutes have ended. The appointed time has passed, but the impact will remain forever. Because some revelations are so powerful, some truths so deep, some messages so transformational, they can't be contained by time or measured in minutes. They become a part of who you are. They define how you live. They shape what you become. This is one of those revelations, one of those truths, one of those messages. And you, yes, you, were chosen to receive it, chosen to live it, chosen to share it. Archangel Michael smiles as he completes his mission. The letter was delivered. The message was received. A life has been changed, and so it shall be.